Underneath the silver gaze of a crescent moon, the shadows dance on forgotten tunes. Whiskey breath and the dust of twilight's embrace. Steps echo soft through this haunted place. Silent whispers, the tales of ghostly brides in the breeze that moans through the withered hides. Stirring cinders where once the church bell rang, now only silence round the gallows hangs. So we waltz through the night where the dead men lie, to the tune of a train whistle under a starlit sky. We spin with our ghosts in a cursed lover's trance, in this moonlit graveyard, our final dance. Years ago, by the old town's rusted sign, she vowed forever, her hand in mine. But betrayal's wind swept through these dusty streets, leaving nothing but shadows and deceit. Found her whispering secrets to the cold desert air, in the arms of another they were unaware. A storm brewed as I watched, with a heart turned to stone. In the thunder's roar, I swore she'd never die alone. So we waltzed through the night where the dead men lie, to the tune of a train whistle under starlit sky. We spin with our ghosts in a cursed lover's trance, in this moonlit graveyard, our final dance. On that night where the old church burned to the ground, betrayal paid in ashes, her spirit unbound. Now every whispering wind, every shift of the sands, speaks her name as I reach out my trembling hands. Now we waltz forever under moon's pale light. She's in my arms till the end of night. A bond sealed in stone, in this moonlit graveyard, I'm never alone. So we waltz through the night where the dead men lie, haunted and broken neath the endless sky. We spin with our ghosts in a love that's enchanted, in this moonlit graveyard, our eternal dance. Out past the rusted railroad spikes, where the ghost towns kiss the sky, I ride on a stallion black as sin, through the whiskey dust and lies. Under that old gallows tree, where the shadows whisper crimes, a bottle swings an unmarked grave, lost loves and forgotten times. Riding through the whiskey, flames lick at my side, haunted by the heartache that I can't leave behind. Every sip of memory, every gulp of gray, riding through the whiskey, the broken man's parade. She was a fire in the chapel that burned it down to lace. Her
kiss, a promise of betrayal, gone without a trace. That night the desert knew her whispers underneath the crescent moon. She fled with my old rival to the tune of a trader's tune. Riding through the whiskey with revenge burning bright, and dark spirit guide me through the cold cursed night. Every sip a story, every gulp a scar, riding through the whiskey to where the fallen are. In a dusty bar at the edge of despair, I saw her face, wind tangled in her hair. Guns drawn, eyes locked, time took a breath. In a silent town where the only exit is death. Riding through the whiskey, let the spirits be my guide. I found my peace in the thunder, her treachery denied. For every sip of sorrow, for every gulp of pain, riding through the whiskey, neath the endless starlit plain. In the shadow of the gallows, where the cold wind moans, lies a tale of a man, buried bones beneath stones. Whiskey bottle in his hand, and a heart turned to rust, haunted by the memories in the desert dust. Beneath the dusty boots lies a story untold of love lost and betrayal in the days of old, where the sun bleeds red on the cursed land, echoes of a gun held in a trembling hand. He rode through silent towns with a ghost by his side, chasing whispers of love that long ago died. In the churchyard at midnight where the dead trees weep, he swore an oath over her grave, a promise he'd keep. Beneath the dusty boots lies a story untold of love lost and betrayal in the days of old. Through dust storms and sorrow, past the devil's gate, he rides seeking vengeance, fueled by love and hate. Under the pale moonlight, he faced the traitor's eyes, a brother in blood, now an enemy in disguise. Two shots rang out like a train whistle's cry. One man stood, one man laid ready to die. Beneath the dusty boots, a tale of revenge unfolds in the heart of the desert where the night is cold. A gunfighter's legacy carved in the sand, leaving nothing but footprints and a shaking hand. So if you wander through this ghostly land, beware the story of the boots you may unwillingly share. Each step uncovers what many have found. shadow of the burning church, the devil's wind did blow through the ghost town, silent streets where curse whispers grow. A whiskey bottle lay half buried neath the sand, the only witness left from a forsaken, blighted land. Echoes from below, like train whistles in the night, carry tales of lost love and hearts that once burned bright. The sands themselves keep secrets under moonlit, starry skies. Every gust a reminder, every silence a disguise. Beneath forgotten graves, where the restless souls do sleep, lies a tale of a lover's vow that the earth decided to keep. He promised her forever by the old sycamore tree, but his shadow found the gallows, betrayed by his decree. Echoes from below, they whisper through the dust of bonds broken by betrayal and the crumbling of trust. The desert knows the stories of the lives that had to fall. Every breeze a memory of what was lost by all. In the heart of the silent desert, I faced the storm alone. The skies cried out like the anguished in a deep resounding moan. The truth hit hard as lightning, my fate was sealed by past deeds. Now I roam these cursed lands where my heart forever bleeds. Echoes from below now guide my weary gun. Justice might be blind here, but it's not undone. I'll follow these haunted whispers through the night till I can rest, laid down by the very echoes that curse but also blessed.
In the shadow of a burnt-out chapel's bell, ghost town whispers, wind's mournful yell. 6 bullets loaded by the hands of deceit, lying in the dust where the lost roads meet. A bottle of whiskey sings a silent prayer, forgotten graves, no names to bear. The sun bleeds red over cursed lands, an outlaw walks with shaking hands. Oh, fate's a cruel mistress with a loaded gun. 6 bullets of sorrow for what can't be undone. Each a memory, each a tale of woe, in the heart of the desert where the lost souls go.
train's sad whistle, love's sweet bloom, choked by thistle. The church had burned one fateful night. A heart betrayed set the world alight. He remembers her eyes, a stormy sky, underneath the desert stars, a whispered goodbye. Oh, fate's a cruel mistress with a loaded gun. 6 bullets of sorrow neath the setting sun. Each a story, each a faded scar, chasing redemption in this ghostly bizarre. By the 5th bullet, the truth was clear. Echoes of the past drawing near. A showdown looming in the silent night. One last bullet to set things right. Oh, fate's a cruel keeper of destinies. 6 bullets of fate bring a man to his knees. One for each sorrow and the last for release. In the whispering sands may he find his peace. Each a final note in this lonesome refrain as the desert swallows his pain. In the shadow of the mesa, where the ghost towns bleed, stands the hanging tree, old gnarled in creed. Whiskey bottles clink beneath its cursed roots. Dust devils dance, the past reclines in boots. Oh, hanging tree, your branches tell no lies. Rustle secrets of the damned neath violent skies. You're the gallows and the grave, the judge so cold, where men's sins are hung heavy, their stories told. Beneath the blood-red sun, I met a man undone. His love stolen by the gun, a preacher's wayward son. By the crackling of the train, his tears fell like rain. On scorched earth, they echoed a mournful refrain. Oh, hanging tree, your shadows long and bleak, whisper tales of vengeance that the spirits seek. You're the keeper of the souls lost in the fray, holding night to ransom till the break of day. There in the silence of human whims. In the dust, the ghost of justice finds reprieve as the outlaw finds redemption and the lost believe.
Where the dusty crossroads meet, under the moon's silent decree, lies a town where shadows speak and the wind whispers of treachery. Old whiskey bottles lay by forgotten boots, echoes of laughter turned into mute. Whispers in the ghost town tell a tale of a lover's cross turned under, where the cursed cacti grew. In the heart of sands, by a noose undone, lies the silent tale of a gun and run. There's a church with a scorched out spire, where once rang out the gospel choir. The preacher man they found him tied, burned his faith, left his Bible alive. In the pews a locket's gleam, a picture fades, a lost love's dream. Whispers in the ghost town cry beneath the moon. Past promises like dust storms vanished all too soon. Ghosts of guilt in the chapels hum, whispering of what we've all become. Stood at the edge of the cursed lands, train whistle cuts through the silent sands. In the dust the story laid so bare, revenge or forgive, do I even dare? Eyes meet the grave under starlit sheen, face the ghost of what should have been. Whispers in the ghost town, now I understand. Every tale of sorrow etched by a heavy hand. In the echo of the train's lonesome cry, I'll either live with truth or with lies die. In this haunted desert, I take my final vow to join or flee the whispers in the ghost town. In the shade of a ghost town, under the cursed moon's eye, I walk past whiskey bottles, lined like forgotten men. Dust whispers tales in the silence of the dry, where the church once burning holds secrets it won't defend. Gone with the high sky, where the lost souls fly, carving names in the bones of this land. Echoes of a train whistle bleeding through the night. In the heart of the desert I make as the graves hidden from sight, betrayed by a kiss, led astray by treacherous hand. Now every star above us bears witness to my plight. Gone with the hollow sky, where the cold winds lie. Memories haunt the edges of my mind. That same old train whistle, a ghost calling me to fight. In the silence of the desert, what's lost I'll never find. With my reflection in a broken saloon glass, the echo of my heartbeat sinks with boots on wooden floors. The past is a shadow, future's a past. Tonight I'll settle scores as the hollow sky implores. With the hollow sky, this is where I'll lie, beneath the land that's so my sins. No more train whistles, no more reasons why. As the desert claims me, my new life begins. Out where horizon bleeds rusty red, in a ghost town where even shadows dread. The wind whispers tales, old and spun, of a heart betrayed by a loaded gun beneath the sun's merciless rain. Only whiskey soothes the pain. Ashes of the desert wind swirling around my sins, where every trail of dust buries trust. Ghosts ride the storm tonight by the lone church light, and revenge whispers low in the places dead men go. Once loved a girl with eyes so wild, promises made in the heat beguiled. Under the steeple we swore forever, but her heart was a roving river. Found her lies with the setting sun, by the tracks where the slow trains run. Ashes of the desert wind stirring the fears within. Every gust of scorn cry under the vast unyielding sky. Lost love's a phantom pain in the silence of the rain, and revenge whispers low in the places dead men go. In the tavern's dim I see her face, haunting the corners of this forsaken place. With each sip the past grows clear, echoes of what I held dear. Tonight the desert's gonna know my name as I light the sky with her memories flame. Ashes of the desert wind now cleanse my battered skin with fire in my soul. I close to the deserts, and for the whispers carried on the wind. The ghost town waltz. In the shade of the old gallows tree, a dusty ghost town, whispers keep, bottles cling in the haunting breeze, echoes of a waltz in the tumbleweed. Shadows stretch from the porches worn, train whistles cry through the coming storm. Silent church with a burnt black spire, a tale of love meets a deadly fire. Dance, dance, the ghost town waltz under moonlight's cold and silvery gloss. Grief in every step, dust in every twirl, with the ghosts of yesterday and a lost girl. Once a heart filled with golden dreams turned bitter streams on cursed beams. Her laughter now a ghostly sound, buried deep in unholy ground. A lover's pact made under starlit breath, betrayed by whispers of a cold death. Now every night when the desert cools, the shadows play by their own cruel rules. Dance, dance, the ghost town waltz with shadows long and regrets that exalt. Spin with the spirits of what used to be in the silent ballroom of a memory. Crossroads stood eye to eye, the truth laid bare on a starry sky. A gun sharp echo, a fallen cry in the dust of final lullaby. Dance, dance, the ghost town waltz, steps echo in the halls of loss. Forgiveness, a ghost too late to revive, where love and death no more derive. Dance, dance till the spirits depart in the ghostly beat of a broken heart. Last call for the souls who roam in the cursed waltz of their forsaken home. In the town where the sun forgot to rise, crooked crosses cast shadows under blood-red skies. Dust rose like ghosts along the withered streets, while an old church bell told missing beats. Dance, dance, the outlaw heart waltz under stars that witness without fault. Spin your partner of skeletal remains to the tune of the whistle from a distant train. Whiskey bottles lay empty, telling tales of despair. Echoes of footsteps, she's no longer there. From a love turned sour to a life undone, in the silence of a bullet from a forsaken gun. Dance, dance, the outlaw heart walks through the ghost towns and the desert halls. Grip the devil as you sway and spin past burning churches and forgotten sin. The train cried a warning like an old friend's voice. Time to face the past, too late for a choice. Dance, dance, the outlaw heart walks with shadows cast by the setting sun's dots. Turn with the wind in a cursed land's embrace, accept the end in this forsaken place. Each chord strummed a whisper on the wind, each step taken a memory of sin. Dance, dance, the outlaw heart walks till the desert claims you and your faults.
Blood moon's watchful eye, the desert breeze a cursed sigh. Whiskey bottles lay empty, tossed aside in ghost town dust. A midnight train moans a lonesome tune, echoes off the silent dunes. Through barred window shadows flicker in rusted trust. Midnight train and smoke, one tracks through lands unspoke. Whistles cut the thick night air, a song of despair, and carrying souls too broke, riding past hopes they choke, bound by the secrets they bear in the cold desert flare. Once loved a girl with wildfire eyes in a chapel under starlit skies. Promises made, sealed with a kiss beneath the old oak shade. That love burned down like the church we found, ashes scattered on holy ground. Her betrayal, a knife's sharp blade, and shadows betrayed. Midnight train and smoke, tracks veiled by lies we spoke. Whistles mourn a love that's torn beneath the scorn. Hearts draped in sorrow's cloak, through cursed lands they poke, fleeing from a past reborn in the silent desert's mourn. In the hush of night, by the pale moonlight, I face my ghostly fears. Her whisper in the breeze across the barren trees brings a gunslinger's tears. Revenge a bitter quest at my weary chest, a badge of years worn thin. With each town I pass through, my resolve to pursue stirs the storm within. Midnight train and smoke, on this path forever yoked. Whistles cry my faded plea through lands that where spirits are set free.
Out in the dust where the old church lies burning, shadows of vultures circle and yearn. Whiskey bottle at my side, still half full, under the crescent moon's pale haunting light. Ghost town whispers from the lips of the wind, each gust a story, each silence a sin. There's blood on the revenge, a stain deep as night. Hatred flows like the river wild. Lost love's echo in a coyote's cry, out here where even the tough dreams die. Found her locket by the forgotten grave, the earth unsettled, spirit betrayed. 'Twas a cold steel night when I heard the train, her memory mingled with the whistle's pain. Driven to the brink by a lover's deceit, the heart seeks a vengeance no man can defeat. Blood on the revenge, under red moonlight, darkness holds what was once so bright. Lost love's echo in a coyote's cry, out here where even strong men lie. Face my fear, his silhouette on the horizon drawing near. Words unspoken in the cool desert air, bullets whisper through stories we share. Two men's fury like a storm, fierce rush in this cursed land where the damned souls crush. Blood on the revenge, the deed finally done, lying in the dust, no place to run. Lost love's echo in a coyote's mourn, out here where hope and ghosts are born, out here where my redemption is worn. In the blood on the revenge, forever sworn. Out where the wind whispers secrets untold, in a land cursed by the sun's vengeful hold, lies a ghost town, shadows cling to decay. Each wooden plank a story, faded and gray. Forgotten graves hum the old sinner's mass, while the devil's ashes stain the broken glass. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles lay bone dry. Hear the lonesome train whistle cry in the devil's ashes. Good men die, once a love bloom, wild, fierce, and free, under that old
nothing but vengeance, best served cold and unspoken. Her laughter haunts every deserted street. In the swirl of dust storms our past I meet. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles lay bone dry. Hear the lonesome train whistle cry in the devil's ashes. Good men die where burning churches once stood tall. Now only ghostly confessions call. There by the old well I confronted my fears, the echoes of bullets lost in the years. She stood there waiting, pale as the moon's glow, her eyes telling stories no one else could know. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles now testify. The lonesome train has had its say. In the devil's ashes I'll stay. This land of curses, my final bed, where spirits whisper among the dead.
In the dusk of Lonesome Hollow, where the ghost trains whistle low, a dusty breeze spins tales of a love from long ago. Underneath old hanging lanterns, with shadows casting doubt, whiskey bottles lay forgotten, and the roses are all out. Dance the roses in the casket walls under the moon's cold stare. Silent steps on cursed lands, perfume hanging in the air. Where every petal dropped is a sin, each thorn a tale of scorn. Dance the waltz of the fallen night, where veils of sorrow are worn. She was beauty like the sunrise in a town too rough to tame, but her heart hid secret shadows with a love she never claimed. By the chapel stood her lover, not the one she vowed to keep. Church bells rang their silent warning in a town too dead to weep. Dance the roses in the casket waltz with echoes soft and frail. The trails breeze through burning church o'er the hills and dusty trail. Each step a haunting memory, each turn a whisper's breath. Dance the waltz of ghostly veils, twirling closer to their death. Silence of the desert, beset by stars' cold light, he found the grave unspoken where she lay in endless night. Across the wasteland's whisper, he swore by blood and stone, her betrayal would not linger where the sands of time had blown. So dance the roses in the casket waltz to settle old debts past, a gunslinger's final showdown where only shadows cast.
With each petal lies a story, in the ground a lover's curse. Dance the waltz in the quiet land, where silence ends the verse.
Out in the dust where the devils play, under a sky that's ashen and gray, there's a town that the maps forgot to name, where whiskey drowns a man's old shame. Ghost of a train, a whistle cuts through night, echoing the hearts that lost the fight. Beneath the whiskey, there's fire in the cold, stories of a love lost, tales boldly told. Each drop hides a secret in the glass they lay. Underneath the whiskey, night turns into day. In the shadow of a burned down church spire, I met a lady dressed in funeral attire, spoke of a love by betrayal undone, her lover left under the setting sun. A bottle shared on a grave of stone, promises whispered in a mournful tone. Beneath the whiskey, there's ghosts in the well, echoes of laughter, a descent into hell. Each sip a memory, bitter and gray. Underneath the whiskey, the past won't stay away. On cursed land, by the light of the moon, I face the heartache all too soon. Vengeance a burden too heavy to bear. Her eyes met mine, a cold and distant stare. A truth revealed in a silver flash, under whiskey's spell, our dreams to ash. Beneath the whiskey, find the end of the line, where pain meets the dust and fates entwine. Each bottle empty, just like my heart. Underneath the whiskey, where all things part. Beneath the whiskey, redemption's too far. In the silence of the desert, beneath the stars.
In the shadow of the valley, where the sun forgets to rise, lies a town too scared to whisper under cursed and blackened skies. Whiskey bottles tell the stories of the ghosts who've lost their way. Every train whistles mournful cry, marks another soul astray. Oh, the serpent's prayer in the silence of the land, an elegy for the heartless drawn in the shifting sand, where justice finds no favor and mercy's died with a light. The serpent's prayer echoes through the endless once loved a girl with eyes like fire. Her spirit wild and free, but betrayal's bitter venom turned her heart away from me. In the church where we once worshipped, now just ashes and decay. Her vows like dust were scattered as she walked the outlaw's way. Beneath the crescent moon's glare, a ballad of the dam swirling in the cold desert air, where promises lay broken and the truth hides in the lies. The serpent's prayers, a curse under the haunting ink black sky. Stood confronting all the sins of my past life, the ghost of her beside me in the knife's edge of the strife. The land that whispers sorrow in each breeze that shivers past holds the echo of our love in a shadow that we cast. Oh, the serpent's prayer, now a lullaby to the doomed. In every grain of desert sand, where our dreams were once entombed. Here's to the hearts abandoned in the night's cold, ruthless embrace. May the serpent's prayer bring solace as we vanish without a trace.
Down where the whiskey drowns forgotten graves, and the wind whispers tales of the depraved. Ghost town shadows, they dance in the dust. Silent desert guards the secrets of the unjust. On the devil's lonely road, he rides alone, past burning churches where no light is shone. Beneath the cruel moon, he seeks what he's owed. Every turn, every cross, on the devil's lonely road. He once loved a maiden, fair and wild, betrayed by a friend, deceit tender as a child. Revenge burns like the desert sun overhead. Dreams of vengeance fill the nights in his bed. On the devil's lonely road, he rides with a frown, chasing echoes of a life in a tumble downtown, seeking justice in lands where the lost souls go. On the devil's lonely road, he finds his peace, letting go of the love, letting the torment cease. In the silence of the desert, a story foretold of a man and his sins on the devil's lonely road.
Out where the horizon bleeds sunset hues, old whiskey bottles tell their somber tales. Dust storms dance with ghosts of a cursed crew, and the train whistles moan old lonesome wails. Here in this dead town the church bell rang, once a beacon, now just fire and smoke, a testament to what the dark wind sang on tongues of flames where dreams and demons spoke. Echoes from the desert wind, silent whispers of the sins, burning hearts and cold goodbyes underneath these haunted skies. Hear the echoes clear and thin. Desert wind, take me again. Was a girl with eyes like stormy night, fell for a drifter with a shadowed past, promised her love under the moon so bright, but desert roses just ain't built to last. By the forgotten grave they swore their oath, neath the watchful eyes of starlit plains, until she found him cold, his heart betrothed to the desert's curse that in his blood remains. Echoes from the desert wind cry for love that might have been, broken vows on sacred ground, lost souls never to be found. Hear the echoes mournful din. Desert wind, claim me again. Silence between the sand and stone, found the truth written in the dusty ground. Her love was a ghost, forever alone, a shadow in the whirlwind, forever bound. With pistol drawn beneath the dying light, faced the echoes of his lies and deceit. Justice met with a quiet good night, left him lying where the earth and skyline meet. Echoes from the desert wind, final shots of revenge begin. Whispers fade into the night. Desert wind, carry my plight. Hear the echoes now grow thin. Desert wind, I'm yours again. This ballad spins a tale as old and worn as the desert trails, meant for a voice that has weathered many storms, echoing the sorrows carved by the relentless desert wind.
In the whisper of the tumbleweeds, under the pale moonbeam, lies the ghost town where the midnight train sighs secrets in its steam. Whiskey bottles lay scattered, their spirits drained and spent, like the hearts of those who cursed this land. Their vows had came and went.
Beneath the midnight train, there's a whisper of the wrong, echoes of a lover's plea, where the lost souls have thronged. In the cold and haunting whistle lies a tale of bitter ends. Beneath the midnight train, where the shadow bends.
Here's the church with scorched windows, the pews charred black with sin, an altar of forgotten truths where confessions never begin. She promised love by the old creek bed, but her words were dressed in lies. I returned one cursed autumn night to find nothing but demise.
Beneath the midnight train, hear the sorrow of the breeze, the rustling of the sallow leaves, the shaking of the trees. With each mournful note it plays, rides the pain of what I lost. Beneath the midnight train, I count the dreadful cost. In the dust storm's wrath, I see her face dancing in the swirls, mocking the life we could have had before it unfurled. The trains cry louder, the tracks still moan, revenge stirs in the dust. Tonight beneath the iron roar, settle this I must. Beneath the midnight train, I lay her memories to rest. Each whistle a reminder of the love I once confessed. And as the darkness claims the track,